Alright, I'm going to show you how to set up for a section view, section drawing, and we'll do the first one. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open my blank drawing. Move the microphone closer, make sure you can hear me. Alright, so once the blank one opens up, I'm going to make a new layer. So I'm going to click Layer Properties. I click this button here for new layer, and I'm going to call it section. For color, I'll make it pink. Line type, I'm going to have to load. And this one isn't as straightforward, so I have to scroll down. And it's going to be Phantom. So Phantom is made up of long dash, short, short, long, short, short, long, and just repeats. So I'm going to load that. Select Phantom. My line weight is going to be 0.7. So I have my line set up. I'm going to hit save. Now I'm going to make an arrow that we're going to need. But we're going to create a block. It's kind of like a stamp. So I'm going to go to section. I'm going to draw a line. All right. It's going to be 1 wide by 3 tall. And then I'll put the base to the arrow. Alright, for this arrowhead, I want to change these lines so they're going to be solid. I wanted to do it in the same color as section and same thickness line-wise as section. So if I want to change just one part of some lines, if I go here to properties, so I got all 3 of them selected. Here's line type. It says by layer. If I click, I can then change just that aspect of the lines. I want to fill in the head of the arrow, so I'm going to go here to hatch. Alright, we're going to use hatching for section views a decent, well, for every section view. Once I select it, the toolbar at the top will change. I'm going to select solid. I'm going to click to fill in the arrowhead, hit enter to end the command. Now it's all solid. Now I have my arrow head that I'm going to need. Now I'm going to turn it into a stamp, or the program calls it a block. So I clicked on the insert tab, and then I'm going to click create block. I will get this pop up. I'm going to call it arrow. Alright, for the base point, I'm going to specify I'm going to pick point. Alright, now what base point is basically when I bring it in where it's going to be attached to my cursor. So I'm going to click on the base of the arrow. Alright, now I'm going to select objects. I'm going to select everything that makes up the arrowhead and then hit enter. It tells me 6 objects selected. And then for behavior, I'm going to check the box for scale uniformly. I'm going to hit OK. Now this thing, the arrowhead is all one piece. So if I hit delete, now if I come up here to insert and I go to recent blocks, I should get a pop-up here. Ooh, this looks different. Alright, so down here I'm going to check the box for scale and check the box for rotation. Redefine. Alright, so now if I click on the arrow, I can place a bunch of them. Insert option. Redefine. Alright, so I have the blocks made. I'm going to come back here. I'm going to do a save. So it's still my blank one. It just now has the arrowhead made and has a section layer made. So now I'm going to go save as. And what is it going to be? I'm going to call this one 129-13. Just because that's what it is on the paper. And then you come over here, update your title and everything. Alright, I'm going to do my front view first. So I'm going to do center diameter. Inside circle is a 2-inch diameter circle. From the center of the circle out is 2 inches to the small circle. Helps if I click on the actual center point. 2 inches over. Object circle. Alright, this is 1/2 inch diameter. Alright, the circle in the middle, the hole that goes through, is a 1-inch diameter circle. I'm going to make the wings on the side here. So I'm going to come out from here another inch. The overall height is 1.5 inches, so I'm going to go 0.75 up. And if I do the entire length, it's going to be 6. 1.5 right there. Close it in. Now I'm going to trim these lines inside of the circle. Now I'm going to use fillet. Remember, I have to type R or click on radius. The corners are 0.5 radius. Click on the two lines that make it. Alright, I'm going to extend the center line out to the edge. I'll add a couple vertical ones. Alright, I'm going to do my right side view. So far, the front view is normal. My right side is going to be normal. I'm going to turn my top view into a section view. So I'm lining up the top, bringing over the bottom. Should be 2. It is. Thickness is 1.5. The little wing section here, bring that over. Thickness of this is 0.5. Bring the bottom over. I'm going to bring a center line and hidden. I'm bringing hidden lines from the holes. This hole only goes through this part, so it's only going through here. This big hole goes through this big cylinder, which is thicker, which is why it goes all the way front to back. Then I can bring them over for the bottom, or I can use mirror to mirror it down. Alright, so my right side's done. Now I'm going to do my top. I'm going to do it like normal first, and then I'm going to change it to a section view. I'm going to line it up. Goes 0.5. This sticks out an inch because this is already 1/2 inch thick. 2 across to there, and then where these two meet up, trim there. So this part's flat, then it hits the round cylinder. That's why that looks like that. Then I'll bring up my hidden lines. There's 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to use mirror. The other side is going to be exactly the same, so I select all the hidden lines, hit enter, pick my mirror point. I'm going to do the middle of everything, or middle of the top view. Then hit enter for no, don't erase the source. So, minus the section lines, this is what the top view would look like. Now to change this into a section view, in my front view, I'm going to extend the center, horizontal center line. Over tab, so I like to make sure it's exactly in the middle. I'm going to take that line, change from center to section. Then I'm going to go insert, block, arrow. I'm going to click it to place it. Now, it's ginormous, so I'm going to scale it down. So I'm going to select it. I'm going to hit scale. I'm going to click on the base here. And then I'm going to move my cursor to adjust it. Right about there. There's not an exact size that I'm looking for. You should want it in scale with the rest of the drawing. So once I have it scaled down, I'm going to hit copy, click the base point, and put it on the other side. So these arrows are kind of showing which way I'm going to be looking. And the section line is telling me that I'm going to take this line, I'm going to slice my object kind of in half. The object of the section view is to show the internal details and make stuff less confusing. So the way the arrows are pointing will be the one view that I'm going to change to a section view, and the arrows are showing which way you're going to look at the object. So if I slice this thing right here, and you know what, I will do just that so you get a rough idea. There. So again, this part you don't have to do. I'm just showing it to explain it. So if I was looking at this surface here, all these hidden lines are going to get changed to object. I would need to trim these lines. Now, that can be kind of confusing. So what we need to do is anywhere it's solid and being cut through, we're going to add in hatching. I'm going to change my layer to the dimension layer. I'm going to go to hatch. I'm going to use ANSI 32. And so in here, it's solid, so I'll add in hatching. This is empty space, so nothing there. Next part is solid being cut through. Hole through the middle, empty space, solid, hole, solid. And then my top view is all done. Let me fix my front view. I could undo, but then I would undo what I just did in the top. I don't want to do that, so I'll just use mirror to mirror the drawing down. So that's a section view. I then have my dimension layer come through and add all my dimensions just like normal. I got my thicknesses, center to center. In your section view, you don't really need a center lines, and you won't have hidden lines because you're cutting away. That. Need the inch. Diameter. Label my radiuses. That. Center point there to the edge. Height, diameter, thickness. So this one's all done. I would switch to my layout and print, or if you're virtual, you can use export as a PDF. If you export Make sure you do it from your title block. And double click, zoom extents, and it'll find it, center it, and zoom it for you.